Yes.
She could.
Yeah. So this is one of the Super 8s. I think they're in order. Yeah, this is right after we got the Super 8 camera. You got it right before you went to South America. That was kind of the...
To Chile.
To Chile. That was kind of the impetus for getting it. But you had this little dancing with Catherine and Elizabeth before you went.
Yeah, I think we made Catherine wanted to match Liz's for Christmas. Liz was so upset when Catherine moved.
So, am I correct, Mom? Are you in Chile now? Is this the...
is that the manor house, Mom? In Chile?
No.
No?
But I think that's one of the houses in Santiago.
In Santiago. Okay.
We were there.
Wow,
that's where
nice house.
Sam actually lived, was in Santiago.
I see.
And it was kind of like going down the California coast to go down to southern Chile.
Wow.
So now you're heading down
to
this is
Orsano.
more like...
What? Our farm was just out of Orsano.
That is a gorgeous country.
And I think this lake was made, it's got a volcano involved in it.
This is ocean here, though, isn't it?
That looks like ocean.
And
I don't think we're to the... I don't think any of this is yet on that property. See the big... We're not to the property yet.
Is that
maybe
Sam?
not.
I don't think we're
Sam
to
with
the
a couple of
farm
his
yet.
boys there, we just saw.
Sam's kids.
Is that Sam?
Sam Danes with a couple of his kids.
Sam's
We had a
raspberry
couple of Sam's kids
They
with
weren't
us.
raspberries.
It was a beet farm, sugar beets.
Sugar beets
You want to tell the
and
backstory
wheat.
and wheat.
Sam had been with, he'd been with the Ford Foundation for a while, but he developed the idea that it would be both advantageous for the family and for the people if we invested in farm down there in Chile. So he got a whole bunch of the family to put money up to buy a farm and buy some farm equipment and to try to both, he thought he could better their lives, but he also thought he'd get his money back. Unfortunately, the end result was that there was an election, and
Was it Allende?
Allende was elected, and
He was a communist.
he was a communist, and
They had to run for their lives. And
yeah, so we were not there long enough to recoup our money.
And it was really sad. When they bought the farm, they basically bought 300 peasants with it.
It's
500.
500 peasants.
still basically a serf system
Yeah.
that they had there, and you couldn't leave the farm without the permission of the landlord. That's a residence.
That's where, those people
That's
were
their houses.
just impoverished. Cute little kids.
We did give them a lot better life for the 2.5 years we were there. We increased how much milk they got for their families. We improved their housing.
And you had antibiotics.
Got him some
and
boots.
we had doctors coming and going that were
Yeah.
helping them.
So, Grandma,
Oh, look at this. They just live so poor.
Oh, those poor people.
I remember one lady was so excited because she'd inherited 7 boards. That was her diary. 7 boards. She told me.
The
There's some
people
modern
from
machines.
Utah State, the agriculture department, liked to come down there, but the sugar beets were about 10 times as big as they raised in the United States because it was virgin land and it never had anything planted on it before. And the wheat, the professors at Utah State could not believe the size of the crops. Just huge wheat.
Beautiful country.
Those little kids had nothing. They didn't have a crayon or a piece of paper. They didn't look at all like our Indians. They were, a lot of them blue-eyed.
Oh, is that right?
Not the features. They didn't look like our Indians.
Those look like blackbirds. What on earth?
Is that a water tower or a guard tower? Sorry.
Look at that.
So here's that lake you were
Isn't
mentioning
that a
earlier.
Gorgeous lake. Gorgeous.
When the communists took over, then some of the rich ones went immediately on this lake to an island because they were afraid of the communists. And then from that island, if they went to the other side of the lake, it was Argentina.
Oh, is that right?
And so they were escaping from Chile.
Now, in this part of Chile, weren't the landowners typically Germans?
Yes. And they've been terrible to the people. They treated them just awful.
I remember that when they first bought the place, when the Indians would come in to talk to Sam, they would crawl.
Once they got so close to the manor house,
They would get down on their knees and crawl the rest of the way and
And
back up when they leave.
And the first time, Sam didn't know they did that, and it was in the night they came, some of them. And when they hit the fence, that was the manor house, down on their knees, and they crawled clear to the house, and Sam happened to be watching him. And he said, "Oh, what's wrong with you? How sick are you?" And they said, "Oh, well, we can't walk on the manor.
have to show respect.
We have to show respect." And Sam said, "Get up on your feet and don't ever get on your knees again." He was so upset.
The Andes and
That, I think, was the
the
volcano.
volcano there.
Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful country, isn't it?
The land was beautiful, kind of like Northern California. And the weather was like that.
So pretty.
Oh, I just take you out at sand. You got them flip here? Oh no, I just.
Glaciers and all. So
Oh, look at those shacks.
We would have built them new houses if we could have stayed long enough. But for the first winter, we did have, some of them hadn't had stoves in them. We saw that every house had a stove in it
To heat it.
to heat it, and we had fixed the roofs so they weren't leaking. I mean, we did some specific things that year.
Wow.
Everybody wanted to move on to our property because it was already around how much we were doing for them. And one man came and, oh no, it was a woman, she came and said she wanted to move on the land. And Sam said, "We don't have any facilities for you." And she said, "But I have, because I've inherited 5 boards."
Oh,
and they carried their kids on the back like that. And
wonder if, are we still in Chile then?
you may be in Peru now.
That's what I was wondering.
Didn't you go to Lima on
We
your way
did.
back?
I
And
think
we
this
went
looks
to
like
Machu
Lima.
Picchu.
What happens to your eyes when you're that close?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're in Peru now.
Yeah, look at that.
I think
Your eyes get this big. Oh,
Oh,
that's Brazil, isn't it?
that's
Well,
I don't know.
didn't go to Brazil, but that's a similar statue.
is there.
Yeah,
The one outside of Rio de Janeiro looks like that.
right.
When you go to Machu Picchu,
Here we
There we
are.
are.
you can. There are things that we don't know about South America, like how they got the rocks to build everything they build up there, and to have someone that could cut them and fit them.
Incredible, wasn't it? This
Yeah,
is the top
Still
of
these
around.
things. Can you see them?
Yeah. Because the rock wasn't around there.
No. Look at it.
It's just amazing. What I think is funny is, you know, we tell there was a great big field, and they try and figure out all the things that maybe were all the religious significance. And Steve and I said, it's probably a football field. You know, we just assume that there are all these very important things they were doing. It looked like a football field.
How they ever did it, nobody knows.
There are people up there that were still.
No, they weren't
Nobody
still
is.
living there. Yeah, they
Okay.
were ruins. It's so green, and just up in the mists. Have you been there, John?
I have not.
Been to South America?
No. You had trouble breathing up there, didn't you, Mom?
Bad. I had to leave quite quickly because I couldn't breathe.
Oh,
That's the upper one.
because the air's so thin.
Well, it's over 10,000 feet up there, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
I think the Indians have developed bigger lungs, right?
Bigger lungs and
Bigger hearts.
different combination of hemoglobin, too.
Wow,
It's a
that's
beautiful-
beautiful.
Oh, that's incredible.
Must be flying now, huh?
The Andes?
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
So now, where did you go
I
next?
think this is Lima.
Looks too nice to be Lima.
You guys stop by there.
There are certainly different classes. They're either rich, or they're very poor.
Not much middle class.
There's a fancy
No.
uniform for you. Gold doors in the presidential palace or whatever.
Grandma, who was on this trip with you?
Who went on the trip?
Who went on this trip?
Who went?
Who was on this trip with you?
Just my husband. When we got down to Chile, Salmon Market had a house in San Diego.
And now we're back to Los
And
Angeles.
they also had a manor house down on the farm that was our family's.
So how long were you down there?
3 weeks. And Diane took care of the kids, my other kids.
Yeah.
They needed medical attention very badly, so the doctors in the family rotated going down.
Me and your family.
Yeah.
Kappa Delta.
That was your
That
sorority.
was my sorority.
So we must be at homecoming at Utah State is where we have to be.
That's what's going on.
I was wondering where we were.
Yeah.
And why.
I don't think Mark wasn't a kook rat. She was a.
This is later. This is like 68 or so. I think we just went. This wasn't the year that Grandma was the Grand Marshal or anything. That was later.
I think
Where are
so.
we?
Was that Bob?
That's Bob and
Liz and John. What in the heck?
no, I think we're Cherry Creek actually. I think we're still up in Logan. But
Okay.
I'm not sure. Don't know. So this is after Bob's home.
Right.
He got home in at the fall of '68. Yeah. This is by the house in Salt Lake. More sledding.
Ooh, that
Oh,
tree had
that's
really
back
grown.
at Northmont.
Those birds?
Those are those-
Those are those quail. Yeah.
They move funny.
My cousin John Harvath always wanted to get a gun when he came to my house because he thought it would be good hunting out there.
Charles,
Oh, that's Bob.
your father did funny things with snowmen.
I think that is the snowman whose head I saved.
Is that right?
Okay, Catherine learning to fall down. Walk, walk. Oh, she's doing good. Now this seems to be the dress and everything. We've been here before.
Did you keep any of those couches?
That's the same one she has at her house now.
Yeah, and
Different
that's
cover.
that table's still in my house.
Okay, this is a wedding.
With the bird. Oh yeah, the birds. In the
Let's
front.
see whose wedding this
Is
is.
who's?
Come on, come on.
Show us the heads.
We need some heads here.
These look like
That looked like maybe
Rogers. No.
maybe it's Mary.
Who?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
Mary.
it's Mary. I thought those looked like Rogers.
Our
people.
cousin Mary. How pretty.
Mary and Gary.
Gary.
Mary
Very
and
good.
Gary.
Mary and Gary.
Is this Roger's Mary?
Rogers
Yeah.
Mary's wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see some people here.
Who are they through? Mary?
I didn't realize we had that much party for her.
Well, it was there in Salt Lake.
It
wasn't
was.
at our house.
Oh, wasn't it?
See, there's Roger and
Roger T.
Renee and
Kathy. Look, Kathy's so pretty. Such a pretty girl. And then, I don't know who all these people are. There's Charlotte.
Charlotte.
It's really
Some
Some of the
interesting.
littler ones.
Interesting why it was in Salt Lake.
There we go. Whoa.
Some of her friends.
Now that's Northmont. I
That's
recognize
Northmont.
that. Yeah.
Liz were here. She could tell us
Oh,
who they are. And there's
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 Kathy.
Catherine learning. She's dancing.
Yeah.
Where's that Kathy?
And Kathy's getting her to go.
That's me. I'm pregnant again. I remember that.
Is that Liz?
Tried to get her. She danced so
she
cute,
would
but
do
she
that.
wouldn't do it.
Still got that lamp and that chair?
There's Kay. Is that Grandma?
Probably.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, there's
Howard.
there's
Howard.
Grandpa Howard. Oh, belly. She normally would really do it, but of course we tried to get her to
For the camera.
Yeah.
The bright light somehow made her stop.
yeah. She's totally bored with the whole thing. Okay, that's Christmas
Yeah.
because
We were all there. It's
We
one
were
of those,
all
One of
there.
those Christmases.
yeah, the ponds
That
were
was-
there.
Is this
Everybody
the
was
one where
there.
Aunt Adrian
Is
was there?
Adrian there yet this Christmas?
Um,
Not yet.
no.
Next
She
Christmas.
isn't.
There's Bob. He'd just been home for a couple of months by then.
Right. There's Dad.
Howard. And so let's see, you were expecting Stephen in the next March.
March. The March following.
There's Howard and
Howard and Kay.
Kay.
And there's
And
Dave
Dave.
Dave
Manson.
and Kathy.
I didn't see Kathy. She's there somewhere. This is her head.
That's her head.
Turn around, Kath.
There's Bob playing the organ that we got that year.
Do you still have that organ, or did you have that?
No.
Did we have that?
No.
Is that
No.
what you gave to us?
Snow was deep that year.
Yes.
I'll learn to be quiet.
Whoa!
It drifted there so you could pretty much disappear into it. It was nice.
Pretty sunset. Go on down, son.
Remind me never to take pictures of sunsets on a movie camera.
Somebody's birthday.
This is my birthday, I think, this
Okay,
time.
that looked like the Hanks boy. There's Liz. Okay, somebody's coming or going.
This is probably,
Oh,
I
oh,
don't know.
Grandma, Bob,
Kathy,
Kathy. There's Kathy and
Dave.
Dave.
Liz, me.
So Grandma Danes
Kathy.
came down and had Christmas with us too. Oh,
There you are doing your best Suzanne impression.
And
It's
Howard
amazing.
and Kay.
Cute Susanna.
bit alike.
That must be Stephen.
Yeah, and she. Those first kids get so much. Oh yeah, she loved him. She tried to feed him a can of soup in the can. Baby's hungry. Whoa, whoa. That was pretty funny.
I think we're at Yellowstone. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
See how the bears were, Charles?
just come right down by the cars.
Tap on his head. No, it's okay.
When I went to Yellowstone there, I don't know if the bears were.
They've chased them all up into the hills.
This is the,
No, but
Mom
some
and
of them
Bob
were
and
down.
Liz and John.
at the falls. This is
Oh,
Yellowstone.
Liz. Yellowstone's a fun park.
it is a
It
fun
was
park.
more fun when the bears were down there, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
still
it
fun.
was. It was,
It's
wasn't
so
it?
beautiful.
You guys always thought in a weekend you could see 40 of them. Do you remember?
Yep, just in a weekend.
I've been to Yellowstone several times with my kids. I don't think they've ever seen a bear.
Yeah, they've chased them all up.
Yeah.
Got too dangerous.
Well, they always were. I remember sitting in a line of cars, and people feeding the bears out their windows.
It's crazy.
They're bears, for goodness sake. Oh, there's another bear. We just
Do you? Oh, maybe it's this one where Uncle Bob or somebody's feeding them out their car
Yeah.
door.
we had those little vent windows.
Yeah.
Stuff in the.
And they
It's-
had cubs, and they were dangerous.
Yeah, actually, I've never seen one there.
is this Tower Fall? That's my favorite.
It's really quite the place, I think, Yellowstone is.
You've been there all different times of the year, and
Yeah,
I was right by there.
I have. I've seen it snowing up there in June.
you've been in on snow machines, and
Where is this?
this is
Is that up at your
no,
Norfolk Bay place?
no. This is at a resort called the Ponderosa, maybe,
Oh, okay.
in southern Idaho,
Okay.
and we were there with the Chadwicks.
Oh, that's
There's,
up
Yeah.
there's Dwayne.
Woo!
I think Grandma was with us too. I bet you'll
Yeah.
see her jogging around the pool here if I don't miss my
Yeah.
remembrance.
Yeah,
There's Pat.
There's Pat.
There
There's
she
Grandma.
is.
there's Mother. She was about my age, and she wasn't near as crippled
Oh, she
as
was
I
not
am.
anywhere
She was nowhere near your age. She was
Mother.
about 73 here.
She is 20 years younger than you, Mother.
I don't know.
She's more like my age.
You think so?
Well, that's closer to my age. Papa's about 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't tested my child.
And
Those
when
are
we
great
were,
pictures, so-
she was,
There she goes.
she had some mileage she wanted to do every day, and she would run laps around whatever she had until she got up to whatever it was. I think it was a couple of miles that she'd do. And she'd wave her arms and whistle and lead everybody in a big parade, whoever it was there.
She's a character.
Yeah, I mean, this is. She must have been right about 70 then.
Yeah.
There's Becky and Mary, and we went to Crater of the Moon's National Monument on this trip.
Oh, it's an ugly place.
It is. It's an ugly place. Yeah, this looks like an old woman right there.
Yeah. Who got caught under a rock.
Yeah.
Mom, where are you?
She's back at the camper.
Probably.
Cooking. A sago lily.
A few wildflowers.
Bird. A hawk. An eagle. Something.
Something large and carnivorous. This is at Dwayne's
Brother.
Yeah,
His
his
brother.
brother Dave.
Brother Dave.
outside of Twin Falls, and they had this go-kart that they let us all ride around on.
Fun.
Yeah. Their son, who was about my age, went through college on a rodeo scholarship.
Oh, serious?
Wow.
He did, and broke many bones in the course of
Oh,
college.
there's Liz.
She's on one of those twisty board things that are supposed to.
That sundress has gotten a lot shorter since the first time
I
we saw
know,
it.
and it sure had a lot of pictures since she showed it off the first time.
So she's trimming her waist here on that twisty board.
Oh, remember those? Those are funny. Oh, we're gonna jump in the.
This is the backyard. I don't know
You
what
don't
we're
think
gonna
it's the
do.
pool?
No, that's the fence in our backyard. Oh, these are. Dad had these weird long swimsuit that went
I
down to
don't
his
think
knee.
that's your backyard. Really? You would know.
Well,
Oh, that must have been. What in the heck?
I think
this
so.
is at what's it called?
Up Provo Canyon?
Yeah, is that Bridal Veil Falls? It's
Yeah.
Oh,
called.
yeah.
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 Completely unnerving. I don't like those things.
Yeah, it's up Provo Canyon. Clearly,
Utah State? I don't think.
look like Aggie colors.
Yeah. 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 Red could be Utes.
That's
Could be.
University of Utah color.
It looked like the 50-yard line had a big U on it, so I think we were there.
Okay, it's so Catholic.
Look how curly that hair is! My goodness.
Yeah. It's,
And she
and
looks.
she has on a jumper her Grandma Pond made.
There's
Bob and
Adrian.
Adrian.
There's Adrian.
Oh, she was so
Isn't she cute?
Oh, it was so beautiful.
And
She
she's
took your
just
breath
as
away.
nice as she is cute.
Yeah. So
She's
great.
sure been a lovely, is a
So
lovely
Grandma still has all the
person.
same furniture. Did you notice?
Yeah.
Same table, chairs, same love
Down
seats.
In her,
Yeah.
In her,
In her living room right
Yeah.
now and bring them
Yeah.
different
just
covers.
Different cover.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, the chairs, yeah.
That
You're-
tablecloth? Do you have that? I have one just like that. I wonder if I.
What's it like?
It's red.
Red
oh,
with white.
Cute, Adrian. So cute.
That was a little dining room.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Okay, so it's Dad's birthday, and
So
they're
in
married.
November of
They've been
70?
married a year.
Who had?
November of.
Bob and Adrian.
Well, let's see. That's Stephen. Where are we?
Stephen, yeah.
So I think they're just married. I think we're in November
Oh,
of
sure.
'69.
Yeah, you'd be right. That'd be right.
I still am looking for the snowman's head. We must not have gotten a picture of that.
Well, there's still hope. Yeah. So this is winter of '69 to '70. Who is the girl in the blue?
Summer. No.
No, it's still
snow.
winter.
But sunny.
These are
Are
those John's kids.
John's or maybe Uncle Steve's kids? No, they weren't Steve's.
Uh,
So there's Stephen and
Stephen and Catherine are all getting sparks in our eyes from the
Where's
crazy
that?
sparklers. Where is this? Is
I don't know. That's got to be up at Northmont.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Wow.
That one was a lot shorter.
You think it's done?
The more people that have them, the less apt you are to
Plutonium.
not come up with a copy somewhere.
Yeah. The more people have it, the safer we'll be.
Yes, it's true.
All right, so here, this is
Liz, this is 72.
right, and we're at some dance festival, and they're dressed up like mice apparently. And we're
That's
doing
Liz.
this thing called the tinkling, which is this weird thing. Oh, we'll show you. This is we have some square dancing first, and then we'll be doing this other weird dance thing that we'll do later.
So are you and Liz dancing together there?
No, we're just
in the same
school.
in the same school.
It was the
was-
principal's thing.
My dance partner there, see her there? That was
Yeah.
Karen Grant, daughter Karen
Okay.
Grant, daughter of
Oh.
the stake president. But she was my dance partner for that. Oh, all arranged by height, of course. You ever wonder what happened to people? You know.
Yeah, serious.
So this was this thing that we did, and we did it for halftime shows at the professional basketball. It was ABA then. It was the Utah Stars. But we were on TV, national TV, doing that at one point.
Oh my gosh.
We're
The
cli-
trampoline.
and you can tell from what Liz is wearing that we're right in the middle of the 70s
Those
now.
bell bottoms. Oh.
It's our dog Linus. He was a nice dog in some ways, but
I really get
Hey, it's in
attached
the
to
well.
pets when they're ours.
he didn't like to stay in the yard though. So eventually he got to go live at Uncle Paul's farm.
And Uncle.
He kept escaping, hey?
He did, and he'd run far away. Like we'd get a call from. One morning he appeared in a prayer circle at seminary at South High School.
Oh, really? I forgot.
Yeah, yeah. We have your dog here, or at least it says he's your dog. So okay.
I remember that.
Back to
poncho.
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I remember that poncho.
That
What
plaid
was it?
poncho.
Yeah, well, I think Catherine inherited it. That's
Yeah.
why.
So now we can see bison, but there's no bear. I don't think we'll see any bears anymore.
There's
And this is
Stephen.
up at Bainbridge Island.
Yeah, it sure enough is. Bainbridge Island.
So
Fun
let's see.
place.
You lived in two different
We
places
did.
there.
This is probably that. Yeah, that first place.
This is
we
the
lived.
first place, and you were there for about a year. Is that right?
Not quite a year.
Not quite. And
Not
then,
quite a year.
how long were you on the other place then?
2 years. We were on Bainbridge Island 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you moved down to
Down into
Into-
Winslow, right close to the ferry.
Is that
Right.
where you moved to?
I want to
The
stand
Danny
up.
Cats?
Yeah.
and then right before Adam was born, you moved to Longview. Is that right?
Before right
I
after
just
Jonathan
wanna- I
was
just
born.
want to stand up.
Okay.
Right, Adam was born in Longview.
Right.
Yeah. We put in this fence.
Trying to contain the children.
Yes. Trying to contain the children.
You didn't have any animals then?
We did. Yeah. Cute kids. Got a sandbox in front. Okay, there's
There's Liz.
And did you, 6?
7 maybe? Which would be
Oh, Malibu. What's his face?
Ken.
Ken.
No.
We must be out of order because if she's only, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
That was
yeah.
Shampoo and that moose.
Ooh,
Temple Square,
Temple
the winter
Square.
time.
Pretty. That's where kids got baptized, didn't
I
you?
bet you were at Liz's baptism.
Oh,
And there we are.
yeah.
So it'd be 1970, therefore.
Yeah. Oh, pretty.
Is that the
Liz had a colt that looked like the one you had.
Oh, here's our age.
RH, he was born in November of that year.
Here's Adrian.
This is
Bob.
Christmas, maybe again.
Christmas time. Liz just got baptized, and now
Yeah?
it's Christmas time, and Grandma
There's
was
Grandma's there.
So much like our age.
Yeah. Yeah.
What year is this?
there. This is the Christmas of
Jordan.
1970,
It's like Jordan.
because RH is a baby.
So Grandma's 72 there.
It looks like our age.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, she's 72.
72 in this picture. So 4 years older than me.
Oh, there's the kids' trees.
We did that for a number of years, a tree in each arch.
That was pretty.
There's the arch.
Oh, Adrian with her first baby. She's such a mom. She's
Adrian
so
is
cute.
darling with children.
Oh,
she
babies.
is so cute. Her grandkids absolutely adore her.
They do.
There was a woman born to the role she did, huh?
Yeah.
So this is Christmas 1970. So you were living in Bainbridge then. Did you come? You didn't come back
We
this
did come
Christmas.
down for one Christmas, but maybe not this
Probably
one.
not this one. You don't seem to be in evidence. You know those charcoals of the grandpas.
And I think
Where are
I
those?
think they're amazingly good.
I think they're really good. Do you know where they are?
I have
Probably
no
not.
clue where those are.
They are very good portraits.
Yeah, they're really nice.
He was very talented.
It'd be really nice to find those
If we knew
If
where
they
those
existed,
were,
yeah.
yeah. I would think that Dad maybe would have kept those.
Oh,
What?
God.
Dad might have kept
Snow.
those. There's Linus.
There's Linus.
Adrian is so cute.
He did them with, seemed like very little effort.
Yeah,
You know.
took them from photos he had and did them.
Yeah.
But they really look like them.
Yeah.
But they do. They look like them.
They look good.
That was such a nice room when we finished up with it,
Wasn't it?
with that Franklin stove and all.
That house was kind of a shell when we bought it. But after we worked on it a while, I thought it shaped up pretty good.
It was a great house.
Those mini boggins were when they first came out. They were quite exciting.
That's just in the front yard.
Yep.
Have to somebody guard the traffic at the bottom.
Oh well, you lose a few.
It's like Linus went on every time with you guys.
You're looking pretty tall, John.
Well, I was 10.
Yeah.
It was fun to decorate for Christmas when the kids were there to help me. I just don't like to do it alone.
Oh, it would be boring to do by yourself. I agree. Don't they look cute, so dressed up? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Those stockings,
Cape
Cape
Cod
Cod
made
all
those.
those stockings.
Yeah.
We've still got ours, and they're looking a little worse for wear. But
Are they the ones Kay made?
yeah,
I think I gave them to the ones that, you know.
yeah. That's that entrance. So cute. It's quite the house.
eventually we painted over that wallpaper.
Oh yes.
Finally.
Did it split? You could go up two ways from there.
Went up and down. It was a split level. Yeah.
I can't
Okay,
remember
that
I
must
remember a
be.
few things.
I think we're in San Diego now. Where Bob and Adrian were living there.
So do you
and-
think that's Jessica?
No, I think that's
No,
our
it's
age
still
still.
our age.
again,
But
I think.
but they remember they moved to San Diego
Yes.
right before he was born.
Okay.
They were in a motel when he was born. I mean, they
Well-
hadn't moved into an apartment yet.
Yeah. Well, and they did move into an apartment that looked like a motel. It was one of those that surrounded a pool like they have
Oh,
down
yeah.
there.
How cute Adrian's hair is.
You went to law school, so-
Yeah.
Cute.
So this must be maybe his blessing.
We went down for blessings those days.
Yeah, and he was born in November. So maybe.
Maybe not, huh?
We went down for Jessica's too.
Yeah.
Well, they had coats on. You had coats on. It
It's-
could be.
it's probably-
Because it's California.
California, yeah.
Okay. Oh, he just looks like himself.
Isn't he cute?
Yes.
He turned into a handsome man. He really is.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
It has to be blessing. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all has all the earmarks of a blessing.
Yeah.
It does,
Yeah.
totally.
It's all done up and
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
San Diego.
So I
7th and
guess
10th
we
Ward.
did some of the same things you guys do.
Oh,
I mean, this must have been right after the Christmas, though. I mean, it might have been probably January or February. Wouldn't have
Oh.
waited much longer.
I'm sure stuck on my kids.
There's our.
I think I've got the cutest kids in the world.
that is one hip looking bike.
That is
That's quite
What's-
the bike.
called a Stingray, made by Schwinn.
Ooh, look at those hands.
There's our boat. See that big old
Yeah.
wooden boat up
Yeah.
there? Weighed about 100 million pounds. At a top
so
speed of about 22 miles an hour, but we used to ski behind it anyway.
Yeah. You had to paddle with one foot. But oh, gosh. Those are great pants.
Are. So, would you call
So this
that
would be
a collie
1970.
71 probably now.
71. Oh, the trampoline. That's the one consistent
Well,
thing in these movies.
Recurrent, yeah.
Okay.
So this is my birthday.
Your birthday.
I think we're still in 71, it looks like.
71, so you're 11.
Yeah,
Who's this person? Up, up, up.
that's Dad.
Dad? Okay.
Now Bob's
Bob's
birthday.
there. Oh, Bob's
Man,
birthday.
all the candles, man.
Well, he'd be Charles' age, 24.
What you're doing, John?
Moving. It's moving pictures. Who's
Oh,
that?
Kathy
Oh.
McCowan and Marcy. No,
That
not
was
Marcy.
you, wasn't it?
I don't
No,
know. What's
that's-
going on?
no,
That's
that's
me
Kathy
in the
Mc-
pink.
Yeah.
But the blue's Kathy McCown.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got my pajamas on. How
No,
come?
they have that cute leopard onesie suit on. It's very cute.
It's Grandma, I'm sure.
That's Grandma. You recognize the hat.
she is funny. Running around the pool.
Cute. Oh, Chadwick's.
Yeah.
Chadwick's. There's just some great shots of people on these movies, Mother. Dwayne.
Pat, Mom, and me.
Oh my gosh, is that when we hiked up to
Oh, apparently
some crazy thing Steve got us to do, but we don't seem to be there, so it must not be.
Oh, Spirit Lake? I don't think this is a Spirit Lake
No,
run.
No.
You guys went up to Spirit Lake.
Yeah, back when there was one. Yeah, you bet. We're up Cherry Creek again.
This is Cherry Creek.
That's the other recurring theme, that and the trampoline.
Sam?
Sam.
Family still have
Um,
most of Cherry Creek, or maybe all of it.
Yeah.
Is that what we went one time for?
I haven't been up there for years.
Family still owns up there and goes up there?
Yeah.
You got rid of your parcel, didn't you?
No,
You still own it?
I think I do.
You
I
think you
have
do?
to ask someone.
That's the thing we hiked. We were up there we had a reading when I was up there.
My brother John goes up there a lot.
Does he?
He takes his big family. But they're the ones with the cabin.
Sure. I've been up there, seen it. Yeah.
Janet has a cabin, right?
Who?
Janet. She does an A-frame.
It kind of got eaten up by the squirrels and stuff, I think.
Ah,
Gosh. There you are, Mom. Up.
And
Oh.
one time they fixed it so I'd fall in the middle.
I think that was the previous time across because they had you in, and
Aren't those nice brothers?
Yeah, nice brothers. What's this?
fishing.
Not Cherry Creek anymore.
No, I think we're in the canal, frankly. Oh no, this was this. I don't remember exactly where it was, but we'd been fishing somewhere and hadn't caught anything. So we went to this. It was like a hatchery
Oh, up Harley's Canyon.
up Harley's Canyon,
Oh, look at that's a big fish.
and it was really like fishing in a barrel.
Oh.
You know,
It
you
was
could
well stocked.
you could just put a hook in with nothing on it, and you'd catch fish.
That's fun, though.
And then they had a cafe that would cook them for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
they had a good thing going.
Yeah.
Now, Mom, those are some pants.
And they're not the pants, are they?
they are the pants. We'll talk
Oh.
about that later.
Oh
Look
my
at that
gosh, I
fish.
didn't know there was a picture of the pants.
Look at that fish.
I know. Look at all the fish. So we caught all these
Oh,
fish,
look at them all. Oh, my God.
and then we had dinner. So we had to catch enough to eat. For
How fun. What a fun thing. Somebody had to go and concern.
And they took stuff to go with it, you know.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did all the work
Oh,
on
you
it.
There's-
gutted them and did them up.
so Dwayne and Noel, and
What fun.
we
What a
must
fun
be up at
place.
Bear Lake again or someplace.
No, it doesn't really look
No,
like
it's not Bear Lake. I think. No, we're back at Tony
Oh,
Grove.
It's
Tony Grove. Tony
It's
Grove.
Bloomington Lake,
Oh, could be
You
blue.
think?
I think. Do you know where Bloomington
Sure.
is?
Yeah.
Our
Ooh, that's
family
pretty.
had kind of a reunion up at Bloomington. We also had one at Tony's Grove, so I don't know which.
We had several at Tony Grove that I remember,
Do you?
but similar deal.
Yeah. You go
Jack
up and camp.
Jack kind of promoted one and planned it. And boy, we had the best food on that one.
Yeah, he passed out agendas that he was very uptight about. I remember because he had to make all the meals when he wanted to make them.
Mm-hmm.
We're at a football game again.
Yeah, well, yeah. Watching the
Watching
Cougarettes or the Aggiettes or the Summettes.
Aggiettes, I'm
Aggiettes.
sure.
So is their home color is it black?
Back in the
Yeah, it's
entrance.
dark blue.
Dark blue.
So
Halloween. Halloween, that's the front entrance. A queen and a cowboy.
yeah,
And a jack-o'-lantern. Oh. Hello. Now let me think.
that's in front of our house. That's the Johnson's house across
it
the
is.
street.
They almost tore the signs completely down. Now it's worth over $1 million. The one they,
Oh my word.
according to Liz.
That's Steve and Mary Claire.
Oh,
Is it? No. Yeah.
that looked like Steve. Didn't really look like Mary Claire.
Oh, dude.
Bob, look at those plaid pants. Oh my gosh.
Is that our age?
There's Adrian for sure, so. That's
There's
Catherine.
Catherine.
Is that our age?
So this is the next Christmas. This is Christmas of '71.
This is the Christmas that most everybody came home for.
Yeah.
And we all
Kate
got
looks like that.
we all got the flu from David Madsen.
Great.
Is it 71? Yeah. Well, we'll see. If it's 71, then Jonathan's a baby. Right? Because he was born in 71.
He was born in 71, so there he is. Oh my gosh, I gotta.
Yeah. So this is Christmas of '71. Yeah.
He was the longest, skinniest baby.
This is
These are heavyweight.
Liz's room with that cute canopy thing.
Yeah. There's Stephen.
That was a cute red and white room.
It was. Catherine looks like Kate. Kate looks like Catherine.
There's David Madsen.
There's Dave Madsen who made us all sick. We still love him though. Okay.
You still blame him, though.
We still love him. Okay.
There's Steve.
Look at the hair
Dad's
on my
getting his hair
husband.
going. Remember he had
With
that
those mutton chop.
plutonic wave.
Okay.
Where are we now?
Looks
Oh,
like setting
we are
fireworks or
no.
something.
This is an airplane
Oh,
that
yeah.
you on a string, you know,
Yeah.
that we never were able to make work, and it kind of reminds me of 20 years later when Charles and I had one that we had similar success with. This was at a playfield on 14th Avenue that we used. It was just down from the house, and
We're ready to take a picture of the flying plane.
we
but
could
it
make
never
it
got...
start, but we could never seem to get it off the ground.
Oh, frustrating toys. Well,
Yeah, that was good. All right. Oh, it's too much.
Looks like it had it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Oh dear. No wonder my house doesn't look decorated. I just keep the same old stuff. Kids, they're all the same. They walk and talk, kind of, I don't know, move the same.
Nothing changes, does it?
Yeah.
English, did you know when she came over here?
Well, Adrian could hardly speak a word when she got
could.
here. It was.
She actually
tough.
understood very well, but didn't like to speak incorrectly. So she waited till she could do it perfectly.
Do you know why? She said in the mission field they just laughed and laughed at people that couldn't pronounce things
So
right.
wrong.
So she didn't want to do that. I was totally shocked when I found out how good she could do English.
Yeah. She knew English really pretty well. Cute. Looks like the grandkids they've got now so much.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. What is it you say? You can't escape your.
Can't escape your genes.
Can't escape
So
your
we're
genes.
back up at your house.
Oh, yeah.
And we went clamming.
We went clamming. Yes, we did. There's Steve with a kid on his back. Whatever. What a quake.
And his hair was pretty, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. See. That's Catherine. That's Grandma.
Grandma,
Yeah.
she was into it.
Yeah.
You know, I think this
We-
is
we
the.
Ever catch?
Those were butter clams.
We
They were
caught a lot of
delicious.
clams, and that's the only time I ever did it.
I know. I thought I'd be doing it for the rest of my life. A lot of times they were just on the sound, the butter clams. They weren't the razor ones.
They were delicious.
Oh, they were amazing. I'll bet this is. Whoop! I wonder where we
I
are.
bet we're at Sparrow Lake now. Well,
Well, I don't know. I think we're still on Bainbridge Island from the size of the kids.
we hiked somewhere.
Maybe Mount Rainier.
No.
What in the heck? No idea.
Sat down on the Oregon
At their
coast.
feet.
Might be on the
Yeah.
Oregon coast. Yeah. He's not happy.
It's cold.
It's cold. There's Catherine with her towel. Yes, we over in Kingston in that area there was and then we did go up though. We went up
went
around up by Forks and then down the
Looks
Oregon
like,
coast.
like you're by the whole river.
Mother was with us on one of those trips.
This one,
Yeah,
yeah.
on this one I remember because she'd sit in the car and write.
There she is.
There she is, so cute. So she
Yeah.
was easy to take places because she just had one little basket of stuff. She
A green and yellow tent.
She fit in real easy.
yuck.
The pop up.
Pop up. I mean, your pop up.
The pop up.
Yeah, the pop up.
I loved that pop-up. Heaven only knows how many facilities I've had over
Yeah.
the years.
This was down on the Oregon
Yeah,
coast.
yeah.
I ought to write down how many
Creatures, huh?
motorhomes we had, Vern and I had over the years.
It was freezing cold. We all ended up, and most of us ended up in the water, though.
Yeah, it was so cold.
So cold year round.
Yeah. It was summer. Who can tell?
It's ridiculous.
Oh, my husband's so cute with that hair. I love it.
Remember, he kept it that way until he did it to the
I
straight
loved it
back-
that way.
Straight back mode. He looked like a godfather.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Whoa. Jonathan.
Yeah.
Be Jonathan. Liz.
So this is probably the summer of '73. Is he big enough? Yeah, it's about. He's about. You think he's one?
I think he's one.
Yeah, summer of '73.
His Savannah looks just like him. And Jack, quite a bit. Oh, Catherine will be glad to see those pants documented. Those pants. Oh, cute, Jonathan, Grandma. Climbing the trees.
Now
Such
I
as they
can't
were.
even comb my hair.
Well, as you can see, your mother just didn't at that point. She put it up in a bun and put a scarf around it and called it a day.
Huh? That was a fun trip.
That's the way she always wore it all, except when I was 3 or 4. And she had what they called bobbed hair
Yeah.
at the end of the 20s.
And then she grew it out after that.
Grew it out and rolled it up in a bun.
And that was the end of it.
Water skiing.
I'd like to see Kay with her hair up. I loved it up.
Yeah, it was really pretty that way.
That's Dad, isn't it?
Kaplop.
It's like he's holding on for. Is
Huh.
Somebody with a snake.
Liz.
We had big patterns in those days.
Yes.
Big.
You're getting bigger, John.
Wow.
Yeah.
They really are.
Probably about 13 here.
Yeah,
Let's see,
74 it says.
14.
Yeah.
It's helpful to have the years every now and
It
then.
is.
Okay.
That was a fun room.
Yeah.
Now, was that your one room from the top
Yeah, it was
yeah.
the middle.
with the dining room and kitchen?
No, the next one down.
gosh.
Next one down.
Oh, that's right.
Swimming.
Huh.
We went somewhere where they were letting us swim in the wintertime, it looks like.
Yeah. Sun Valley, maybe? Did you ever go to Sun Valley?
Not that I recall. That's,
there's Mary
that's
Claire.
Mary
That's
Claire and
Mary
Steve.
Claire and Steve. Yeah.
I don't know
Who's
who that
that?
is.
I'll bet that's a missionary
Is that,
companion
or
of
is that
Steve of
Adrian's
Bob's.
father's? He
No,
came
No,
to
that
us.
wasn't him.
Get used to that
We are,
style from Bob.
we're in Europe.
You are.
This is our trip. We went in '74. We were there a month.
You were in Europe a month?
A month.
Wow.
Wow. It's right.
And we pretty much started out in Dijon. We flew into Frankfurt, but then we kind of went right to Dijon and met up with Bob and Adrian, who were there. And Bob traveled around with us for a while, and
They
Adrian
had-
stayed with her mother.
2 little kids. They're Jessica and RH with them.
Sister missionaries.
Sister missionaries, yeah.
See how they don't have plaques? Did you have plaques, John?
Yeah, we did.
you?
Man.
So yeah, so there we all are in Dijon with Bob and Adrian and kids.
Nouvelle Galerie. I'd like to see
Oh, there's her mother, right?
in the Navy.
Oh.
In the Navy, yeah.
Okay.
Move, Liz.
Yeah, that's Dijon with the little Arc de Triomphe,
Yeah,
the little one. Bob says that Dijon it's just beautiful.
Is
what
that
they've
right?
done to it, yeah. The French,
Oh, there's our H, and I see you and Liz.
Yeah. So we went. Let's see. Is this Geneva? I think we went to
Looks
Geneva
like-
next.
looks like Geneva, doesn't it?
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Wow. How far apart is Dijon and
Not real far. People were obviously
Sailing.
sailing. Geneva is a beautiful setting.
Cute.
That looks like you look now, pretty much, John.
Pretty much.
I think John does look a lot like he did.
Uh-huh. He's held his age better than most of us.
So, did we? What happened here? I don't remember exactly. I think we took a boat ride on Lake Geneva. That's what I think
so
happened.
Pretty. Beautiful homes.
man?
They big?
They'd be worth a little bit of money.
Oh, can you imagine? Lake Geneva? Oh.
Wow. Right on the water.
Do you need to move around? Okay.
Okay.
Too much scenery on this trip.
Yeah. Too much sailing here, huh?
Yeah.
Sony.
Sony. Zodiac. Major.
All right. Well, good.
There's somebody there. A
Bob.
guy.
It's Bob.
That's Bob?
That's John.
That's
I'm
John,
in the
but over
tan
here
coat.
is Bob.
Yeah. Bob was.
Bob
us.
was with you and Dad's taking these pictures then?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
I think Bob was with us for like 5 or 6 days at the start. He went with us to Geneva and to Grenoble and down to Nice.
Did you rent a car?
No, we had a Euro pass.
You're a Euro. Okay.
So were you like 15, 16,
I was
17?
14.
14.
Wow. You,
This was the year you were born, because you were born in June of this year, and we were away while you were born, or right after. I think like we left about the same time.
Yeah, because Mother didn't come and help when he was born. Becky did.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was a lot of
Becky Chadwick. Yeah.
Because you were a month late. We
Yes.
hadn't planned it that way. I was going to be here.
So this
we
is
planned
Grenoble.
not to go till he was.
Right.
This is Grenoble. There's a teleferic up to the fort up at the top
wow.
that we took up there, and
Oh,
Holy cow.
those are
It's like
trib.
war.
There's a name for those things that are built into the. I can't remember it.
and Bob, of course, had been one of his cities when he was on his mission.
And this is Grenoble.
Grenoble, yeah,
What were those holes in the side of the...
Those
what
people
were they
lived in
for?
those.
People did.
yeah. We took a picture of the name of that restaurant, which is at the place of Father Grease, which, as in not in as in the country Grease, but in the greasy stuff.
Oh.
The house of the greasy father. So this didn't turn out very well, but there was a little ball field up at the top there, and you could look out over the city of Grenoble. And Grenoble had the Winter Olympics in about '68, and so they had a big ski jump. I think that we'll have a picture of here coming up, but you can see up there.
Straight.
So
It's a big city.
yeah, I think about 300,000 at the time, something like that.
It's the
So pretty. To me, a couple of times when I thought that John was Charles. Looked like Charles. That's so funny. Just I was trying to figure out who it was.
Man.
Lots of scenery in this one. You're right.
Lots of scenery.
That reminds me of the one in Provo.
Yeah, we seem to have a penchant for the gondola type things.
Yeah. That's weird. What? It looks it could be anywhere in Europe.
Anywhere, someone getting married or something.
Yeah, cute.
Clearly, do you see the plaid jacket? We are in the middle of the 70s. Pretty clearly from some of the clothing we'll see in this trip.
Yes. Yankees go home.
U.S. go home.
US go home.
I'm thinking we might be. We went to Toulon, which on that trip, and I'm thinking that's maybe where we are here. Then we went over to Nice, Cannes.
Cannes Film Festival.
The photographer is transfixed by these
Yes.
European misses. Very
Yeah.
cute.
Easily distracted.
Okay.
Is that Cannes?
Yeah, the Musée Naval. I think we're in Toulon.
That's the guy, I think.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
A lot of baby carriages too.
Cute. They still have a lot of baby carriages in Europe because they walk.
Yeah.
Look at that hair. Holy Hannah.
Just a coils.
Yeah.
Look like they got the cans still in them, you know.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, look at this squirrel. Watch this. It's got a squirrel on a leash.
Oh.
Got a trained squirrel.
Oh. They're just dressed up rats.
Yeah.
Clothes make the man.
That's right. The tails are furry instead of bald, and that's about
right.
the only difference. This is Nice.
Okay, nice chapel. My gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now we're in Monaco.
where are we?
Monaco.
Oh, Monaco.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was interesting.
Never been to Monaco.
It's not at all Las Vegas, really.
The casinos
Monaco.
are very different there, I guess.
No great big lights and all that stuff, huh?
I think it has a classier look, don't you?
It does.
John?
It looks classier. They've dressed up their
Oh, this.
stuff. Where are we now?
Liz.
Yeah.
We don't know.
It's,
Some cathedral.
That may be Barcelona.
All the cathedrals in France have weather vanes on the top instead of crosses. Because
Yeah.
the government owns them.
We went to Barcelona. I think that was the Barcelona Cathedral. So I think that's where we went to the beach. Was that? Oh, we went to the beach in Nice too.
Oh,
Barcelona was unfriendly.
It was depressing. Is where I was.
what?
Barcelona, Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that time, Franco was still in power,
Oh.
and it was not a friendly place.
Interesting.
Man.
Interesting. We just came out of Barcelona. That's how we.
I think
Came out.
France was friendlier to us because John could speak a little French to him.
Well, when I was in Barcelona 4 or 5 years ago, it was completely different. It was a wonderful place to visit. Very friendly.
Friendly and Yes.
And there were not policemen with machine guns on every corner either.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Different.
It's kind of a bit more of a relaxed atmosphere.
It was a little more relaxed.
Yeah. The ambiance makes a difference. That's why I don't like Lima, because it was in a bad time when we were there.
Oh, on
Oh,
Frankhouse.
Anne Frank.
We're in Amsterdam.
Is it
Oh, maybe we'll see Anne. Did you see Anne? Was she there yet? No.
No.
No. Ugh.
I know, all these dolls
Ugh.
hanging on the side of a building. It was
Ugh,
very
yeah.
creepy, wasn't it?
It's like, oh,
What to
that's
do with
cute.
your
They have a
doll?
lot of dolls on the. Oh, well, maybe not.
Oh, God. Oh, dear.
The canals were interesting.
Is this Amsterdam?
We're in Amsterdam, yeah.
Oh, we've got another person with us.
Yes. The there was a McDonald's.
What's that?
Yep. Oh, travesty.
At the time, it was a novelty. Now they're everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, the French call them McDoos.
There's church.
McDoos.
McDoos.
Look
That
at
is
my costume.
one,
My
yeah.
goodness.
Did you have on a bow tie?
A white bow tie and a red shirt and the plaid pants and oh my goodness.
It's howdy doody time.
Welcome to 1974.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, my husband had a whole plaid suit, I remember. To Wall Drug. Oh, you're back in the States?
No. It's 5,900 miles. There's just a sign in
Oh,
Amsterdam
I
advertising
see.
them. So these are the canals.
It's sure an interesting place, Amsterdam
They
was.
all had those booms sticking out from their roof, so you could haul the furniture up and take it in the windows.
Wow.
Because they had little skinny narrow
For
stairways.
heck's sake. That's what that is?
Is
The-
that a stork?
That's a stork, because it's a midwifery. Lots of-
Never been to this part of the world. I haven't.
It was interesting. I haven't been back, but
Oh, it's an ugly, modern-looking shell.
shell. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
That's pretty.
we'll leave here soon, I'm thinking. Where we went next was, I think we would go to Copenhagen next.
oh. Yeah. It's got its own. Oh, missionaries, isn't it?
Missionary street contacting.
Cute. Oh, there's Planet Salvation Board.
Yeah, they.
That was a funny experience where we saw the missionaries.
Yeah, this was not in a part of town that you would have thought missionaries would be.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure how excited their president was about. Well, actually, it was one street over.
Oh,
In Amsterdam, there was a shopping street, and one street over was,
that's
Scary.
yeah,
the way it is in France too.
yeah.
Yeah.
We tried to keep the children in the middle of the road so they couldn't see the windows.
Couldn't see in the windows, but Dad took pictures of them for us, so that's good. A lot of American kids backpacking through Europe, college kids.
Yeah.
We're-
That's for Hans
Oh.
Christian Andersen.
Yeah, so we're in
Yeah.
Copenhagen now.
Oh.
There's the Little Mermaid.
Sorry.
That dog was very content.
He was liking that.
Okay.
Gotta get up to get my bum.
They had their own royal guard in Copenhagen that we watched change their guards.
Okay.
It's great, but the movies of the family get-togethers were much more fun than the trips.
Yeah. Then the
Than the trips.
He is friendly. You are a friendly pup.
Is he bothering you?
He's okay.
Cute thing.
Just catch up a little bit.
The Royal Copenhagen.
Charles isn't interesting anymore. He's
Oh, no.
asleep.
Grandma, this is just the perfect temperature.
That's that was Hamlet's castle or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Wow.
Hamlet's
Oh.
castle. I guess all the royal Danish castle.
Hamlet.
Okay.
It is interesting that thank goodness for weddings and Christmas and birthdays.
See all the
Get the
people, I
people.
know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hamlet was in Denmark.
So,
These are the kind of movies that drive your friends away.
yeah. we,
And if you ever been when they're showing theirs, you get so bored you can
Yeah.
hardly stand
Oh,
it.
good people,
missionaries.
missionaries.
So in
That's
Norway, we actually had doings with the mission president in Norway while we were there,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
and so I think that he sent a pair of his missionaries to help us.
That's nice.
Well, we had to get from Oslo to go someplace. I don't remember, but we spent like Sunday afternoon with the mission president's family and things.
Yeah,
Nice.
the mission president gave us a little snack and stuff.
My word, what a nice guy.
Well, there was a reason that we needed to go, but I don't. So
Okay, this is beautiful.
up in Norway still, I think.
I'd love
So
to
we
go
went.
to Norway.
We went on a fjord boat ride in Norway.
Yeah.
That's where we are now.
And then we went on a little cruise across to get to Germany from Sweden.
We did
didn't we?
later on. So there's a ski jump
Overnight.
up in
Oh, yeah.
Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I guess because of Aunt Kari, I would
And
like
do you
to
know
see
that
Norway
was on
and,
our railroad pass? Bird on
I know
the
it was. I think we are now in Stockholm, but I'm not certain.
Yeah.
These statues are very Stockholmy.
They're all very booby.
Yes,
That railroad pass, I think, worked out great.
it was great.
It's nice not to have to worry about a car in Europe. If you can figure
Well,
it
it
out.
included so much.
It included that boat ride down the Rhine. I think
Oh, it
we
did?
did too.
Oh my word.
And an overnight ferry from Sweden to Germany.
Oh wow. That's a good deal.
The people out, the bees. And we had,
Oh, bees.
this was like a pioneer village kind of place near Stockholm that had a bunch of the old stuff.
It's amazing how little our tour, which just included getting us to Frankfurt, cost. It was supposed to be $325 a piece, and they told, because we booked it a long time, they called us and told us they felt really bad they're going to have to raise it $10.
Oh,
And there were a lot of people on it. We knew it went directly from Salt Lake. And there were several other doctors on there. Dr. Hess and his wife. And
fun.
Dad, this isn't after your mission, is it?
No, I was 14. This is the year Adam was born.
and then our 3-week railroad,
4 week, yeah.
yeah, it was $198 a piece.
We wandered around with the Europe on $5 a day book and stayed in all the cheap hotels, and
Yeah.
so here they are playing chess out in the park there in Stockholm.
Oh, look at that. Look at those big chess pieces.
A lot of birds on statues.
Thank goodness that's just a sign. Moving along. Okay. So
Oh.
these are
These
Stockholm.
are the Swedish royalties places.
Ping pong. Oh. Look at a little board, John.
Little board. I think this is the boat we took overnight from Sweden over to Germany.
Yeah, we had a bed.
That's
cabin.
great.
Now, did you go? You didn't go for a ride in a boat that was.
That was how they got.
198. That's okay.
Yeah. So we went across and stayed, and the town that the boat went to was right next to the East German border.
Oh, really?
So,
Wow.
all right, so now we're on the Rhine. We went over to Cologne and took a ride up the Rhine from Cologne to Frankfurt, and you can see all these castles on the sides of the hills.
So cool.
Very fun.
It'd be fun to go in some of them, you know, but it was...
Sam says they haven't kept them up hardly at all.
Too expensive.
That's
Hard.
almost.
Did you do any castles? Go to the Loire Valley and do some
Oh,
castles?
yeah. Several times.
Those are beautiful.
There are some fun ones there we went to.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
There's one.
I think Sam says there's an awful lot of castles in Europe. They just haven't maintained at all.
Well, the thing is, for instance, in the county where the Polsnovskys live, our friends in France, there are 10,000 castles.
Is that right?
Yeah, not all of them huge, you know, chateaus. I have to ask Stevie Spitter's numbers. He'll say I exaggerated, which I probably did.
Well,
There were a ton.
1,000, 10,000. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. I'll maybe remember.
Spits it out in the ditch.
I think we actually jumped off of our boat ride a little early because we got bored. We were on for 16 hours, and after 10 or 12, we said, "Okay, that's great.
Got off and got on the train.
We're tired. Let's just take the train from here because we had the passes. We could do it."
You jump
do
on
either.
wherever you
That
want.
is
It's
awesome.
so great.
I wonder
You're
how
twitching.
much a pass like
Yeah,
that
do
would
that.
cost now.
I don't know. One of the days when we were with Bob, we jumped off and just on some little stop in France and bought some things and took it to the post office, and they were very excited because they'd never mailed anything to the United States before.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that is yes. I've read that.
I'm so glad we took that trip, John.
That was a good trip.
That's awesome.
A month in Europe.
Yeah. I think we're at the end.
I think we're doing.
So then the question is this other one got anything on it?